So I've been asked on multiple occasions to make more videos to help folks out there looking to start side hustles, small businesses, create passive income streams on the side, make money. Although I do create content and share news and information and updates about what's going on in the news and in the world and in the economy to hopefully help folks prepare if they're not interested in kind of going out and creating their own income, at least to help them prepare for savings and budgeting and the financial impacts, more than likely negative financial impacts that more than likely most middle class Americans are more likely to experience as we continue down this economic rabbit hole. And the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve Chair, continuously trying to fight inflation and ultimately in the process continuously raising interest rates, taking the job market expectations of 1.2 million jobs being lost at a minimum, and ultimately destroying the housing market, bringing housing prices down back to affordability. Meanwhile, jacking up interest rates higher than what they were 2 years ago, making it less likely for Americans to afford the new higher priced homes. That's neither here nor there. What I do want to share with you is something that's very important and something that I was thinking about this morning as I was on my way to the airport. I'm actually now here in Nashville, Tennessee, so what you see behind me may be a little different than what you would expect. And I think this is like a bunch of Southwest Airlines. I think this is like a Southwest Airlines terminal or hub. I think Nashville is a big hub for Southwest Airlines, and I think like Atlanta is a big hub for Delta. I think Nashville subsequently is a big hub for Southwest. And what I wanted to share with you guys is something that kind of hit me this morning when I woke up, and it's really odd because it typically hits me, but I didn't think about sharing it with you until a comment came through asking me to make more videos like this because they're appreciating the content that I bring you guys and the money saving tips, the side hustle hacks, the business building ideas. Not to mention, my contact information is in the description, so if you want to hit me up, hit me up. I try to reply to emails as quickly and as often as possible, and joining the group is always an option and opportunity for those seriously interested in creating YouTube channels for the purpose of building a brand, growing a network, gaining subscribers, getting views, and ultimately reaching monetization level with YouTube, which is very possible. I don't even care like how long it's been going on or how saturated it may seem or things like that. The simple fact of the matter is it's possible. I do it pretty regularly, and I've done it often. And a lot of people think, wow, reaching 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time is so hard, it could never happen. And I've done it so many times that honestly, I have monetized channels that I don't even use. And now I kind of get bored with it, and I only particularly and specifically care to grow channels in certain categories and niches and subjects that I want. So it's kind of changed as far as just reaching monetization. Now it's more of, like I said before, working with the algorithm instead of against the algorithm. And what I want to do is work with the algorithm to put me in front of the right people to hear the message that I want to share. Regardless, that's besides the point. What hit me this morning when I woke up is something that I realized, and I also was further convinced of this and reconfirmed my thoughts and my theories of this when Economic Prepper put up a video where he was sharing his beginning stages of investing through a automatic draft through his checking account or bank account, whatever account he has set up, with one of his first investment companies of like $50 a week. And ultimately what he decided was he wanted to, I'm paraphrasing here, I'm trying to remember what his video said, but basically he decided that he wanted to invest, and he wanted to invest easily and without having to think about it, and that he would invest now so that he would have the money later to spend and or further invest and grow. And now was probably, I bet you now was probably late 90s, like 1995, 1996, 1997, 1998. I bet you that's when he was thinking about doing it. Don't ask me how I know. But regardless, it kind of like struck a chord because he's always been trying to tell me and explain to me and teach me and guide me. And we are not the same, although we are. But in a sense of spending money and investing money and the future and things like that, I was always more courageous and outgoing and aggressive. And so it was funny because he put the video up yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and it had me thinking about how people think about every day. And somebody left a comment on one of my videos about how the wealthy and millionaires, they'll wake up and they'll think how they're going to make more money that day versus, let's just say, lower income, poorer, middle class, lower class, working class, poor will think, how will I? And so, like, that's the basic difference between the upper echelon, so to speak, higher income, insulated, higher net worth individuals is they will. Today is they will. This is the new way that today I'm going to increase my income. I'm going to increase my net worth versus the lower is perhaps maybe they wake up thinking, how will I or how can I? Odds are they won't. And it's not to say that they can't, but typically they get in their own way and prevent themselves from executing on the simple tasks of pretty much pulling away from their inner circle and moving towards wealth and growth and investments and zero debt and success and profitability and succession and generational wealth, whereas their friends are only concerned about what sneakers they're going to buy that day, what new bag they're going to buy that day, what they can buy or borrow or rent to stunt and flex on the gram that day to impress some people. That's just further putting them in the hole. And the simple fact of the matter is that it hit me this morning. It's just like you'll eventually, maybe, hopefully, in your lifetime, flip a switch where you wake up thinking about making money, making that money make more money for you, and retaining that money. Although we don't worship money, we do understand and realize that money is a huge tool to allow you to live a comfortable life and not possibly fear starvation and food insecurity and empty shelves and empty pantries and food shortages and things like that. Fear job loss. Have your employer have control over you and your life because you need that money every week or every 2 weeks or every pay period. And the difference is that at some point I flipped the switch, and I think it's mostly 95% because of Economic Prepper and some other influential components and individuals introduced in my life that I listen to. And the simple fact of the matter is that I wake up every day thinking about how I'm going to make more money and how I'm going to save more money and how I'm going to build more wealth versus how I used to wake up and think that every time I wake up, I'm thinking, what am I going to buy? What do I want to buy? How much do I need to buy it? I only need to save enough to get it or the down payment or to make the minimum payment. And that's the drastic difference between what can create wealth and what can continuously perpetuate the cycle, the downward cycle of debt. Watch this video here. Check out this one too. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Share. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.